Another ranked showdown here from South Bend. This is the third game in a row from Alumni Stadium that features Notre Dame and a ranked opponent, and we are underway with Notre Dame immediately aggressive into the Louisville half. This is a matchup, as we mentioned before, between one of the best defenses in the country and one of the best offenses in the country. Notre Dame is averaging 3.6 goals a game this year, and Louisville's allowing just a half a goal a game. Notre Dame, plenty of pressure in the Louisville half so far. This is what Coach Ferguson Days told us was going to be very important in this game, was how well they can structure their defensive system here and keep Notre Dame in check.
Yeah, the Louisville coach really emphasized the need for structure with the number of attacking threats on this Notre Dame offensive unit. Immediately
a dangerous play there as the cross for Chukwu back post and the header went wide.
And just looking back at this again, a nice cross from the outside. Chukwu just hitting it around the net. But a strong start for the Irish in the early minutes of this game.
There's going to be a lot of pressure on that Louisville defense. But it's a unit that's had success against Notre Dame. These two sides played to a scoreless draw last year in Louisville. As we mentioned in the open, Aaron Floyd had a career-high 10 saves that day. That was the first time in 25 matches that Notre Dame had been shut out. They were shut out another time later in the season, but they've yet to be shut out this year.
And this Louisville team is really known for being able to hold their composure on defense with a lot of senior leadership in the back line. And so these players really need to step up tonight and make sure there's constant communication and organization to combat all of the strong players of the Fighting Irish.
Now here's a long ball in for Engle. She's dragged down and no call. Take a quick look at it here. Little contact in the box. Louisville did concede a penalty in their last game against Miami, though it was a win. Louisville coming into this season, not a whole lot of expectations, but they've been a pleasant surprise. They're up to the number 23 ranked team in the country, 10-2. They're outscoring opponents 41-6. That's the best mark in the country, and they rank 13th in the country in allowing just those 6 goals. Here's Notre Dame now on the run out, looking for Chukwu left side, but Floyd is there.
And Notre Dame offense already trying to play behind those back lines. The connection between Chukwu and Engle as they constantly try to move off of each other and make space.
Yeah, this certainly has the feel of a game that's going to be a lot of possessions for Notre Dame, less so for Louisville, and they've really got to capitalize on the chances that they get. Cards possess it now for the first time. And it's quickly taken away by Restovich. There's Roy now, right side. Trying to work on Sexton. Down the right sideline, excellent tackle from Sexton to take it away from Roy. Nearly lost it, now Louisville looks to counter. They go out wide, left side. Ball up ahead, but it's too far out in front of Emerson Jennings.
And that right there was an example of what Louisville wants to do tonight. Keep a strong, composed defense and then find those moments in transition to get the attack started.
Yeah, Coach Karen Ferguson Days told us earlier this week that the counterattack was going to be an area where her team might be able to have success against Notre Dame. She understood it was a tall task against the number 2 ranked team in the country, but felt as though that might be an area where Notre Dame could be vulnerable. This one's just booted away by Floyd. And here is Coach Ferguson Days, UConn grad in her 26th season with the Cards. She's the winningest coach in program history, 211 wins, 198 losses, and enjoying, again, a real surprise year this year.
Yeah, she's really built a strong foundation program for Louisville, giving them a really distinct identity that has helped them to find success, especially so in this season so far.
Irish continuing to pressure the ball in the Louisville half, but Cards doing a nice job defensively. Controlled by Restovich now for Roy. Now Pinto. All the way back for Mills. They reverse for Calzada. A swinging ball in for Codd. The touch was a little heavy, and it is eventually controlled by A.G. Gibson. Player who Coach Ferguson Days told us he's not someone who necessarily shows up in the stat sheet, but it makes a big impact for her Cardinal side.
Yes, Coach was telling us that Gibson in particular is a huge reason that they're able to counterattack so quickly and really helps to connect both the defensive and offensive lines of Louisville.
Now Notre Dame a giveaway deep in their own half. What can Louisville do here? This is Sexton left side. Played up back in Gibson's direction. Now trying to track it down to Swinarski. The leading offensive player for the Cardinals. Swings across in towards the spot, and it is steered away by Notre Dame. Annabelle Chukwu looking to control it. On a contact again. Here's another ball down for Engle. Can she run it down? No, she cannot. Cleared away by Grace Maddox. Talked about Amelia Swinarski there for a second. The sophomore midfielder has been phenomenal, as we see the head coach for Notre Dame, Nate Norman. He's in his 8th season with the Irish, 2022 ACC Coach of the Year. He's really built a winner here in South Bend.
Yeah, and he's someone that a bunch of other coaches look up to because of how much he's put into the Notre Dame development and really having them create a core identity and just have all of this talent that really comes together.
Well, and come together this season it has. 9-0-1 for Notre Dame. They have not lost a game in 306 days. Their lone draw this season to a top 10 ranked opponent in Arkansas, as they take it away from Louisville in their own half. Undefeated at home, they come into this one on the back of a 5-1 win at Clemson, a 4-3 win over a ranked and very, very good defending national champion UNC side here in South Bend, and a win over Duke earlier that week. So a great year for Notre Dame thus far, but trying to keep the momentum rolling as we get into the second half of ACC play. Here's good pressure from Louisville. Have it just outside the Irish box now. Still a fight for it. Popped up in the air. And only as far as Roy, who controls for Notre Dame. Chukwu, a touch back for Joseph. Joseph now looking for Klinke left side. Here's Klinke on the run. Defended by Geigley. Now swings in across in the direction of Engle, but Floyd is there. Just a little bit out in front of the leading scorer for Notre Dame. Take a look at it here. We talked about it in the open. Engle, 9 career multi-goal matches. She's got 3 of those this season, including one in the team's most recent win over Clemson. She is just a force up top. Tops nationally in points per game with 2.5. Averaging over a goal a game for Notre Dame. That's obviously the player that Louisville is keying up defensively. Here's another ball in her direction. This time she does track it down. Touch was a little heavy for Chukwu though. Right side, it's taken away by Sexton. Now a giveaway from Louisville. Roy, right side. Cross in towards the middle, still loose. And taken away by Louisville. They have numbers if they look to counter. With some pace to the middle. Now that ball was right towards the Notre Dame defender. Now another one for Engle, and the flag comes up. So fast-paced near the center of the field so far, Bryn.
Yeah, it's been really fast-paced with Louisville really trying to get the pressure in the offensive unit in that transition play. And they've done a really great job structurally drawing Izzy Engle offsides with that play and helping to make sure they're in position, know what they're doing, and when they get the ball forward, they go fast and efficient. And that was something that Coach Ferguson Days was saying to us earlier as well, is really finishing the attacking opportunities is a key piece of this Louisville team. By
the numbers, they're an outstanding offensive team. 41 goals scored this season, is the second best mark in the country. As I mentioned earlier, that goal differential, plus 35, also second best. They have it now, trying to add to that goal differential. This one is deflected away. The attempt meant wide, and it's a goal kick for Sonoma-Cassica. First time calling her name tonight. Been solid in net for Notre Dame this year. 1.05 goals against average. Somebody who Coach Norman is very pleased with her development. See 4 shutouts there. Hasn't had one recently. Her last shutout was all the way back in the first game of September against Michigan State on the road. Granted, the level of competition has been staunch for the Irish. And here's Louisville knifing through that Irish defense again. Left side for Gibson. One more out to Sexton, and Roy is there to clear it away. Will be a Louisville corner, though. First set piece of the night for either team.
And both coaches were talking to us about the need to take advantage of every set play possible, because this is a very challenging game with 2 really great teams, which we're seeing so far tonight. Taking advantage of corner kicks and set plays and trying to get that first goal is going to play a huge impact in the ultimate score.
See what the Cardinals can do with the opportunity here. Looks like Huckabee will take it for them. In swinging ball towards the spot. It's headed away by Notre Dame. Sexton controls. Now right side for Swinarski. Trying to find room in the middle, couldn't do it. Another shot in, that one goes wide. That was Hadley Snyder, the defender, the hometown defender from Louisville, Kentucky. Played all 90 minutes 4 times this season, but wasn't able to test Sonoma-Cassica there. Chukwu can't get there for Notre Dame. It's another giveaway. Huckabee trying to track it down. Snyder. Now right side. Whole host of defenders there for Notre Dame. They eventually do take it away and give it right to Louisville. Now with some pace down the middle. Played back for Sexton. One more for Gibson. They reverse all the way to the right side. This is Maddox swinging across in, and a couple defenders were there for Notre Dame. This will be a goal kick. Been a different game than we might have expected so far, Bryn. Louisville possessing much more than we might have initially thought.
Yeah, compared to what we were originally thinking for Louisville's strategy, it definitely has been different, with Louisville taking a lot more offensive chances and really pressing hard in the midfield and forward units.
This might be where Notre Dame misses Lainey Matriano a little bit as a connector. She's phenomenal for them, over 80% pass completion last year, up near that mark this season. They're just struggling at times to connect that final pass and get the attack rolling.
100%, and Matriano is such a key piece of that bridge between defense and offense, and Notre Dame can't seem to get that final pass they usually get so easily in the game today.
Defenders doing a nice job, save for that play. That's Klinke dragging down a Cardinal player on the right side. Tough to tell who that is. There is Matriano. Another set piece for the Cardinals. Just over 30 to play here in the first half. Still scoreless from Alumni Stadium. Number 2 Notre Dame, number 23 Louisville. Grace Maddox will take the set piece for Louisville. Played in on the ground right side. Trying to swing across in. It's deflected by Restovich. It'll be a corner.
15 minutes in, and already the second corner kick for the Louisville Cardinals, really showing how much offensive pressure they've had in this game, doing a really great job of pushing forward. And as you can see there, she was able to just knock it off the Notre Dame defender, get that corner kick.
I couldn't quite steer in that cross. Here's the corner, though. In-swinging ball towards the front post. Headed around a couple times. Batted away by Kasika. Only as far as a Louisville player. Now towards the center. Low driving shot is stopped and cleared away. A lot of action in the box here. Louisville dictating the pace so far. Trying to manufacture another opportunity. This going to be collected by Kasika very easily. We'll take a look at the corner here. This is a great chance for the Cardinals.
Bounced around. Kasika is just able to knock that out of the net. A phenomenal save by her, keeping the clean sheet for the Irish in this game so far.
And again, Louisville doing a nice job to maintain possession in the midfield. Swinarski out left side. This is Sexton wearing that captain's armband. One of two captains for Louisville, along with Carson Cherry, as we get another foul on Notre Dame. That time it's Charlie Codd.
And just looking back at this play, Codd just gets Sexton's leg out from under her. And Sexton already has had a huge impact in this game, really helping to aid the defensive to offensive transition of Louisville. Clear why she's a captain on this team and for this group.
Certainly, this is Maddox now right side. Tried to dump that in the direction of Geigley, but it was too far out of her reach. It'll be another goal kick for Notre Dame.
And so far in this game, Louisville has done a fantastic job of winning a lot of the balls in the midfield and then pushing forward at an incredibly high speed with numbers, creating lots of chances for their offense.
Another chance for Louisville. Here's a volley that's driven just wide. Cardinals applying the pressure early in South Bend. Another good look for Louisville.
And looking back at this again, just the really high pressure from the forwards causes that volley opportunity for number 4, Lisa Sudam.
Meanwhile, Louisville unrelenting. They win another corner kick. They are playing fast and playing aggressive on the road against the number 2 team in the country. Meeting the moment thus far. This will be the 3rd corner of the game for the Cardinals. Crowd trying to inject some life into Alumni Stadium and potentially into their team. This is swinging ball towards the back post, headed in, saved by Kasika, but then cleaned up. Louisville takes the early lead in South Bend. There was a crowd of Louisville players there, but they celebrate with an early lead over the number 2 team in the country. We'll take a look at it here.
And Louisville is off to a hot start with the corner kick that bounces around and is finished off sliding by Kasika to get Louisville Cardinals on the board first with a 1-0 lead over the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
That's exactly the kind of opportunity you want if you're the Cardinals. That's Hadley Snyder, the hometown defender. That's her first goal of the season. And none bigger than that one right there. Gives Louisville the early lead on the road in South Bend.
And they have been catching Notre Dame off guard, pressing with high numbers and just causing all sorts of chaos that have led to numerous opportunities for this Louisville team.
The Cards are rolling early in this one. Just under 27 minutes to play in the first half. Notre Dame has been unbeatable in the past couple of years when scoring first, so big for the Cards to get on the board first in this one. They win another ball back from Notre Dame. This time it's Sudam. Shot from outside the box, it's blocked. Now back for Huckabee. Right side, it's turned away. Klinke will track it down and clear it for Notre Dame. Up for Restovich. Dangerous ball back in towards the middle. And just cleared away by Notre Dame. It'll be another deep throw for Louisville.
And Louisville is pretty effectively clogging up the middle of the field, so Notre Dame can't perform their usual transitions from defense to offense.
I mean, Bryn, they are just dominating this game right now.
Notre Dame can't get out of their defensive zone because of the high pressure Louisville is currently putting on from all aspects of the field.
Throw into the box, headed away by Restovich. Chukwu defends now right side and does an excellent job. She's dragged down by a Louisville player to be the first foul of the game against the Cards.
And just looking back at this, Chukwu is just dragged down by Maddox, causing the first foul for the Cards today.
Long ball in the direction of Chukwu. Eventually taken by Joseph. Now swings it out right side for Roy. A lot of space for Roy, something we haven't said a lot today. Trying to work her way into the middle. She's shown two defenders. Now Engle right side. And this one is poked away. We'll see, it's a goal kick. Feels like it's rare for Notre Dame to even have it in the Cardinal half so far.
Yeah, Louisville has had it in their offensive half for most of the game up until this point, almost halfway through this first half. Largely because they've been winning the transition. They've been stopping Notre Dame from connecting their defensive and offensive players and stopping those middle of the field transition balls.
That one's deflected into the stands. That was Sexton trying to get it up the field. Morgan Roy was there on the defense. Sexton will throw in. Louisville holding possession as they've done so well thus far. Gibson now, all the way out to the right side. That was for Maddox. Pass was too strong there, but another giveaway from Notre Dame. It was Sudam that time that took it away. Headed back towards the middle. Nice touch from Swinarski to control it. Now right side, Joseph eventually wins it for Notre Dame. Irish trying to settle things down here. See the stat there. That's the first goal scored on the road for Louisville since August 14th. They have not conceded a goal since September 11th. So this defense you're seeing right here, this isn't a new development as they have it now in the offensive half. Nearly another great chance there. Here's a long ball for Chukwu. Can she run it down? Floyd just hoists this up in the air. It was through the legs of Klinke. Now into the middle, Huckabee. Running left side, has Sexton with her. Sexton all the way back. Engle fights for it. Roy pokes it away, but it's a Notre Dame throw. Ali Pinto will take for Notre Dame. To the other Abby, that's Abby Mills. Now Restovich surveys, drops in a long one for Engle. Floyd calls off her defense and picks it up.
The two teams have very opposite strategies, with Louisville trying to attack very quickly and directly, while Notre Dame really tries to possess and build up opportunities. And so it's fun watching these opposite strategies kind of play against each other because both teams have distinct advantages over the other in certain areas.
They've been a little better here in the recent moments at least controlling it, as right on cue they turn it over. Chukwu does win it back though. And here's a ball out front for Engle, trying to run it down, and the flag comes up for offsides. Another good play by the Louisville backline. That time it was Grace Maddox letting Engle walk beyond her. See if she was here. Yep, certainly was.
And that really shows a high soccer IQ for Maddox, able to call Engle offsides twice, being really smart in her positioning and seeing where the Irish want to go on the attack and being one step ahead, giving her team possession again.
This is going to be a throw for Notre Dame. Calzada, the Texas A&M transfer, on that left side. Chukwu had it in the middle. Ooh, fancy ball handling. Now right side, Roy. Cuts back towards the middle. Towards the crowd, taken away again. Now another fight for it. Engle controls and gives it away. Another one driven in the direction of Engle. Chukwu is there. Floyd tries to save it, and Chukwu scores! 1-1. A response from Notre Dame with Chukwu's 8th of the year, and we're all tied up from Alumni Stadium. Bryn, what a wild sequence here.
And in the replay, you can see kind of just a lot of chaos. And for a defensive unit that's been so structured and composed throughout this game, a moment of breakdown where Chukwu was kind of lost by the defenders, allowing her to have a one-on-one with Floyd, who just misread the clearing. And it left Chukwu in front of the goal by herself, basically.
Yeah, Floyd just whiffed it, it looked like. Looks like she had a good chance to either pick it up or poke it away. And it just rolled by. Well, with Louisville taking an early lead, that was the first time since Notre Dame had trailed, since September 11th. Coincidentally, the last time that Louisville had allowed a goal before this game. It was Chukwu, the hero, with a late winner in that one, and it's Chukwu putting Notre Dame on the board in the first half in this one to even things up. As here's some more high pressure from Louisville, nearly taken away in their own box. That's an excellent job from Emerson Jennings, the sophomore forward from Noblesville, Indiana, making her 8th straight start tonight.
And kind of an interesting goal for the Irish, finally getting on the board through a play that confused us up here, trying to figure out what miscommunication happened with the Louisville back line. But nonetheless, allowing Chukwu to do what she does best and just place in another goal, marking her 8th of the season.
And despite things on the pitch not at all looking even, or even on the scoreboard, and Notre Dame still applying pressure, looking for Engle, trying to run it down. Roy now is there. Nice job to poke that one away. Codd stops this one from going into the stands. That actually benefits Louisville as they'll throw now from deep in their own half. It's a hooking ball that falls over the line. The throw for Notre Dame. They look to build up that possession they couldn't find in the first 20 minutes of this one.
And definitely being back on the board and gaining that tie score, it should calm Notre Dame down a little bit, because they looked pretty frazzled in the beginnings of this first half, not showing the same composure and cleanliness of play that they typically do, especially in the possession transition game.
Well, they're back in an area they're more familiar with now. Again, just not a team that's spent a whole lot of time trailing this season.
and also not a team that hasn't scored first. Notre Dame is known to be very, very good when they get the first goal, and they did not get that advantage tonight.
Trying to control it in their own half. Now they were 14-0 last season, and they're 8-0 this season when scoring first. So trying to dig out a win when they're not doing that. They've only done that once this year. That was against NC State. Tried to find Chukwu on the run out. It was Joseph. Louisville still doing a nice job controlling possession. Maddox now right side. Excuse me, Sexton. And it was too far out of the reach of Maddox. And it'll be a Notre Dame throw. Couple substitutions coming in for both teams. 4 substitutions for the Cardinals, 2 for Notre Dame. Nicole Jadoin on for the Cardinals. Annabelle Chukwu off for Notre Dame. 2 number 7s exchanging places. Emerson Jennings also off for the Cardinals. Immediately pressure from Notre Dame, though. Hodgson towards the spot, trying to control it, and just pokes it out of bounds for a goal kick.
A nice defensive effort by the Cardinals. Looking back at this, just the over-the-top ball into Hodgson, able to face up her defender, but can't get the angle for the shot.
Hodgson always the spark plug off of Notre Dame's bench. She's got 5 goals this season, including 1 their last time out in a 5-1 win over Clemson.
And Hodgson, one of some of the other attackers who were on the All-ACC freshman team last year. We've seen minutes from Engle, Hodgson, Chukwu, and Joseph so far in this game today. All big players who were freshmen last year and have continued to make a big impact on this Notre Dame offense.
Yeah, this is certainly a program built off the foundation of their current sophomores. They provide the backbone of a lot of Notre Dame scoring. They take it away now. Here's one of those sophomores, Restovich. Right side for Roy. Surveys now for Joseph. Shakes Pete for a moment. Now Restovich reverses back towards the middle. For Mills near the circle. Mills high ball in the direction of Engle. Poked away, Restovich. Headed towards Knapp, the freshman. And it's Calzada. Notre Dame just controlling possession here. Trying to grind out some offense. Been tough to come by thus far for Notre Dame. Louisville absolutely had the better chances in this game thus far. Although here's Knapp in the middle with options. Looks for Hodgson. Hodgson. Shot goes wide. Another substitution for Louisville. For that, though, we will take a look at the shot attempt from Hodgson.
Looking back at this, Knapp tries to slot the ball through to Hodgson, who, again, just a little bit of a wide angle on the goal. But ever since that goal from Notre Dame, there's been a lot more pressure forward and goal-scoring chances from them compared to the beginnings of this game where Louisville dominated the attack.
Just seemed to unlock Notre Dame a little bit. Though still not quite the free offensive operation we're used to seeing from Notre Dame. This is, though, the stifling defense we're accustomed to seeing from Louisville. Take one away near the midfield. Here's Engle looking up ahead for Joseph, but a whistle blows for a player down behind the play. See a Louisville player maybe injured here. They'll bring the trainer out. We'll take a look at the play that caused it.
And looking at this, just a hard tackle from Joseph that sent, I believe, Snyder down to the ground as she's being checked out.
Yeah, Notre Dame was frustrated that that was not called an advantage and that they blew the play dead, because they had Joseph on the run out there with a couple of options. Izzy Engle, you can see there, was one of them.
A difficult moment for the Irish, who were in the midst of an attacking pressure forward, but the ref had to watch out for the safety of the player. I believe it was a head injury based on what's being reviewed, which is an immediate stop for the game.
Just getting, looks like a quick update. That's Kylie Pete from Wilmington, North Carolina, the twin sister of Karina Pete. They are both freshmen. Kylie has scored 2 goals this season, including one in Louisville's most recent game, a 2-0 win over Miami. Inconsistent playing time this season, but she's appeared in 10 games.
And this Louisville team actually has 2 sets of fraternal twins, the Pete twins and the Morris twins, all freshmen.
Yeah, interesting, you rarely see a team with 2 sets of twins, but that's what Louisville has today. And Karen Ferguson-Days, their head coach, was funny with us earlier this week, just telling us how competitive they are with each other. Only natural with the siblings.
And she was saying it brings a fun nature and extra competitive edge to the team. Always knowing if she needs some good competition, she can pair the twins against each other.
And her squad's showing certainly a competitive edge in this one. All even with number 2 Notre Dame. Just over 12 minutes to go in the first half. This is going to be a set piece from Notre Dame in a relatively dangerous area of the field.
I believe it's a drop ball for the Irish, gaining possession in the offensive third.
You are correct, Bryn. That does seem like a tough break for Notre Dame to have that not play on there. Looked like they were going to have a great opportunity.
Especially when they were finally gaining momentum and had what looked like a really good offensive chance. And the clock is being reset back to 12:46, making up for the stoppage time.
And 39 more seconds added on to the clock. Restovich, the closest player for Notre Dame. She does control. Right side for Pinto. There's a swing ball towards the top of the box. This one's headed well wide. And Aaron Floyd, another goal kick. This one fought for, eventually controlled by Joseph. Tries to reverse towards the middle. Restovich nearly had it taken away. Now Knapp fighting for it. Physical battle there in the middle of the field with Kylie Pete, the 2 freshmen. And one that's won by Louisville as they immediately give it away. Engle drops it off for Hodgson. This one long range and nearly for Ellie Hodgson. Great job by Floyd to recover.
A quick shot from Hodgson, probably her most dangerous of the night, where from outside the 18, she's able to just launch a rocket heading for the upper corner of the net, but Floyd is there and able to deflect with an amazing jump of her own.
Might have gotten a little bit of the bar on that one.
Just a phenomenal display of athleticism from Floyd on that play, able to save a really great shot by Ellie Hodgson.
That's customary from her. She's an outstanding goalkeeper. An elite .53 goals against average this season. Maybe keeps another one for Notre Dame off the board there. And it's been a sustained level of excellence for her in goal, too. It's not just this season. She started 13 games last year and posted less than 1 goals against average, .7. And like we mentioned, .53 this year. So to go along with a good back line, a great goalie for Louisville.
And Coach Ferguson Days was saying about her, the bigger the moment, the brighter she shines, saying she's someone she can really rely on to step up and make the big plays in super important games, like we just saw earlier tonight.
Her team controlling for now, though, as it's taken away by Joseph. Now Mills surveying. Restovich looping one towards Knapp. Taken away by Louisville. Trying to run. Swinarski now. Back towards the middle. She's always dangerous. Right side, it was Pete. Now one more all the way on the right side. Here's a cross swung in the direction of Kasica, but she scoops it up. Rolls it off for Mills. Up in the direction of Engle. Trying to win it back for Notre Dame, but it's a good job from Louisville to maintain possession. Joseph with some space, back for Mills. Ping-ponged around. Joseph now. Knapp, back for Restovich. Along that left side, it's Calzada. Contact and a whistle. That was Leah Klinke that was pushed down by a Louisville defender. Now set piece in the Louisville half for Notre Dame. Been excellent on set pieces this season, though this would be a big ask from this part of the field. Restovich will take. Swings a cross in, and nobody was there. Floyd collected as she's been for most of tonight. Notre Dame looks to reverse right side. They've got Roy in space. They do go to Roy. Driving across in the direction of Hodgson. Touch was a little too strong, though. Ooh, and a hard fall for Klinke as she tried to head that one. And Louisville maintains possession with the throw. And Klinke up quickly.
A hard fall for Klinke. But Louisville has done a fantastic job at shutting down a lot of the wide play Notre Dame typically does. Their outside backs performing really well against Notre Dame's wide midfielders.
They've just played well for the most part. It's been a solid performance from them to keep this at a 1-1 draw with under 10 minutes to play in the first half. As Engle heads this one back for Hodgson. Big collision. Engle controls, but the flag, we'll get a whistle blown here.
And boos from the crowd here in South Bend as Engle just knocks over number 21, Ella Bard from the Louisville Cardinals.
Yeah, they might have an argument for that. Looked like that crash was a bit more a product of Bard running into Hodgson than it was the other way around. One thing for sure, though, this is a great crowd here at Alumni Stadium. On the eve of football Saturday, always bringing a lot of people to campus. The stands largely full. You can see there, just a great scene. Beautiful night here in South Bend.
And a crowd enthused by the quick and physical battle between these two teams.
Yeah, they're getting a treat of a game.
Some really good soccer between two of the best teams in one of the best conferences
Good
for women's
ball.
college soccer.
Absolutely. That was a good ball forward for Roy. Klinke runs it down left side. Now stops. Back towards the middle. Chipping across in for Engle, and the header goes high. Notre Dame applying some pressure.
And that was a great combination play from the ball to Klinke to Klinke's cross right into Engle.
Yeah,
As you can
looks like
see
she
here.
had a shot at it. Had a pretty clean look. Just a little too high there for the sophomore standout.
Yeah, jumped a little too early and got it a little too high in her head. But a great combination and one of the better chances we've seen for the Irish.
Certainly has been. Although they've controlled the game much more. The first bit of this first half was all Louisville. Still, though, dictating a lot of the flow of this game in the midfield. They've been excellent at keeping possession. And now a whistle.
As the ball goes back to the Irish.
Just about 4 minutes to play here. First half from Alumni Stadium. Number 2 Notre Dame 1. Number 23 Louisville 1. Louisville trying to reverse their fortunes on the road. 9-0 at home and just 1-2 on the road this season. A good start in South Bend, but Notre Dame equalized with Annabelle Chukwu after Hadley Snyder got on the board for the Cards. Engle does a nice job to control that one. This one up in the direction of Knapp. Does control it. Now right side for Roy. Roy with some space. Defended by Sexton. Comes back left side. Excellent job from Louisville. She reverses again. Now Restovich, and the flag comes up. Excellent defending from the Louisville back line. Precise as they've been all night.
And that right there should be a masterclass in defending. The original pressure cover, able to really draw the Irish offsides and get Louisville the ball back. And just super impressive organization, again, with the pressure cover balance. Moving as a team and really able to make sure they're on this Notre Dame midfield and forwards.
Just about 2 minutes to go now in this first half. Claire Logan tracks this down for Notre Dame. Now here's one for Hodgson, in back behind, one-on-one, and her attempt off the bar. Engle trying to run it down. She can't get it. Controlled by Restovich and cleared away. Inconspicuous development of that play there. It was a phenomenal ball from way in behind, and Hodgson was all alone with Floyd. And Floyd let the attempt go. And instead of going wide, it was just off the bar. Now Restovich will take a corner. Swinging ball towards the front post, headed away by Louisville. Oh, what a move on the left side. Cleared away by Logan, though. And just when we thought we would go to half without some fireworks, what a sequence that was.
A really dangerous chance by Hodgson, and then the ball back out to the post. I think Floyd must have just miscued that, because she didn't move for that at all, and it hit off the post and came back. And you could tell Louisville was very much doing whatever they could to get the ball out of their zone. But also a really great play by Hodgson, getting in the positioning behind the back line to make a play like that.
And it was an unbelievable service from way in the back by Notre Dame. Louisville controlling now, trying to come up with one more opportunity before halftime. Nobody home to cross it to there. Brooklyn Lee right side. Back in towards the middle. 10 seconds to play first half. Will Louisville get a shot off here? Here's one from well outside. Actually, it's a cross in, and Lee was grabbed. There'll be no whistle. Oh, a dangerous end to the half for Louisville. 4-3 over UNC. They were ranked 3-2 over Duke. They were ranked, and Annabelle Chukwu had a late winner on the road at NC State. We are playing in the second half. Notre Dame in the green, Louisville in the red. It's Irish wear green night here in South Bend.
And as you were just saying, Jack, this really shows that both teams have something big to play for. Notre Dame is trying to prove why they're the best in the ACC, and Louisville is trying to show that they can compete with anyone and deserve to have these higher rankings that they've slowly been earning throughout the season.
Yeah, a win for Louisville, as we mentioned during halftime, would vault them to a tie for first in the standings with Notre Dame. Notre Dame's got 12 points with a perfect 4-0 conference record in the ACC. Louisville has 9. They're at 3-1. Notre Dame was better in the back end of that first half. Louisville dominated the first part of it, as you mentioned, Bryn.
And already in these first few minutes of the game, Louisville is starting to have possession again. So it'll be interesting to see how long they can control this game.
Yeah, these are two coaches that are very respected. Ferguson Day's done it a long time. It's her 26th season with Louisville. Nate Norman in his 8th season, but someone that's very respected around the conference and around the country as a great coach.
And both of these coaches having significant history and experience with their respective teams, but also having very distinct strategies, with Louisville really focusing on defensive positioning and quick, direct attacking efforts, while Notre Dame really trying to build out of the back and play those transition balls to the crosses inside.
Yeah, Notre Dame wants to open it up. They want to run. That's why they're so good when they have a lead. But right now, this game's tied, and both teams looking for the deciding goal. Here's Engle in, now right side. She's shown 3 Louisville defenders. Ball still fought for, eventually controlled by Louisville. All the way back for Cassica. And eventually up for Calzada. We've seen a number of those longer, higher balls in for Engle towards the center. They've been largely ineffective tonight, save for the one that put Notre Dame on the board.
Yeah, Notre Dame has really shifted their attack to kind of mimic more closely that of Louisville's, playing a lot more of those direct long balls that we haven't seen as much throughout the season.
Here's Codd now right side. Low cross in for Engle. That one's cleared away, no problem. Only as far as Roy, though. Restovich now. Right side, that was Roy. Deflected away, and Louisville controls.
And Louisville has gained possession off of a significant number of deflections tonight. Really good at causing chaos like that.
Mills just gave it away. Here's a great chance for the Cards, trying to take the lead. Saved by Cassica. Still loose in the box. Deflected again. Still fought for, eventually controlled by Louisville. Now Geigley swinging across in. Cassica just scoops that one up. What a great save by Cassica in a brutal, brutal exposed spot.
And that was simply a mistake from Mills. She gets completely stripped of the ball as number 7, Emerson Jennings, just takes the ball to the net, basically. A fantastic opportunity for her. And what a way for Louisville to come back and bring the energy to start the second half.
Great chance there. We saw Notre Dame convert on a similar chance earlier in the game. Louisville not able to convert on that one. And a big-time save for Kasika. She's made a couple in this game so far.
Kasika has really stepped up in this game, making a bunch of really big saves for her team.
Louisville has it now, though, on the attack. They go right side, Geigley. One more for Maddox. This one all the way through. Players just watching it roll. And for Kasika, one more note on the keeper for Notre Dame, Kasika. She was someone Coach Nate Norman told us ahead of their game against Duke that could steal a game for them this season. That was the next evolution of her game, was being able to steal games for Notre Dame, and that she hadn't been asked to do that so far this season. But if she was, he was confident that she could. Could this be a game where she's asked to do that?
I think it definitely could be.
Looking for Engle back in behind. That one was well ahead of her. Floyd quickly distributes. Now given away, it's Restovich. For Calzada, now Joseph. Restovich, one more for Mills. Swinging ball in for Joseph, who just headed it out in front. There was nobody there. Two teams battling in the midfield, which is what we've seen for a lot of the game today. Although here's a swinging ball in for Engle. Nice touch. Can she control it? It's just wide. Nearly made a very athletic play to get that one on net. Didn't look like she had much of an angle at all.
No, and Engle's just able to get a really good touch on that long ball from Mills, fighting to stay up, and ends up getting some kind of shot off. But that's really a testament to her athleticism, considering how tightly she was being guarded by number 4, A.G. Gibson from the Louisville Cardinals.
And it did look like Floyd had that right side of the net covered. Chants ringing out from this crowd. Capacity crowd now here at Alumni Stadium. It's built and built over tonight. Now a Louisville player slips out on the left side. Looked like that was Jennings, who had the chance for the Cardinals just earlier. Now Calzada, Klinke. Up for Engle, trying to run it down left side. Eventually does. Now back in towards the line, in for Chukwu. The cross was just out in front. Notre Dame eventually tracks it down. Now played back. High cross in, top of the box. Codd's spinning header. Cleared away by the Cardinals.
And that was a dangerous cross played against the front of the goal that Notre Dame was just not able to get the finish on.
That was good service in for Chukwu, but just a step too far. Calzada looking back in behind, again in the direction of Chukwu, and Louisville takes away. We've got numbers on the counter. They do have a player out in front. Back in towards the middle. Here's the right-footed shot, and it's just wide. Louisville applying pressure. It's Jennings again.
And she's able to just get a really strong offensive run, winning the 1v1 and getting a great shot. I thought that went in from here, but misses slightly wide off of an amazing chance. And she's been a really big pressure point for this Louisville team, putting a lot of fast speed on the defense.
And now ahead for Chukwu and a chance for Notre Dame. Chukwu, can she do it again? It's wide. Looked like Floyd just got a hand on that one to palm it away. It'll be a corner for Notre Dame. 2 run-out chances back-to-back. This would have been Chukwu's second of the night.
And in that play, Chukwu able to peel off that back line and beat the defensive unit to try to get that shot off. Almost identical plays between Louisville and Notre Dame. once again showing just how close this game is.
Another corner now for the Irish. Out-swinging ball, front post, it's headed around. And it'll be another corner for Notre Dame. Looks like Roy will take this one for the Irish. This evens the board on corner kicks now. Had been Louisville holding the advantage for a lot of the night. Here's Roy. In swinging ball, back post, the header, and the goal! Notre Dame leads for the first time tonight. Ali Pinto, just as she did against North Carolina, puts Notre Dame on top here in the second half.
And looking back at this play, the back swinging ball into Pinto, perfect placement from Roy, gives Notre Dame the lead in this game that has gone back and forth all night. And the second corner kick goal, a very clean finish by Pinto, and a great job of the Irish of taking advantage of the set piece opportunity granted to them.
Second goal of the season for the sophomore defender. Midfielder, excuse me. Took a red shirt last season, but has played a big role this year. She's played in 10 games this year. And a big one there to put Notre Dame ahead. Just about 10 minutes into the second half. Kasica goal kick now. This is more the style of game we've been accustomed to seeing from Notre Dame.
That second goal gave them a lot more comfort in the attack, it seems like, and just overall a lot more calmness and wide play, returning to what we've typically seen out of this team throughout the season.
Joseph now back for Klinke. That'll be another Notre Dame throw. Up ahead for Engle. Goes into a crowd. It's taken away by Louisville, then poked away by Engle. It'll be a Cardinals throw-in. Maddox. Pass was a little wide. It's a Notre Dame throw. Unfamiliar territory for Louisville now. Just haven't trailed a lot this season. Chukwu out ahead for Engle. Left side, can she get there? She's tripped up in the box, and this will certainly be a penalty. Floyd got there late, and Engle took a tumble.
Looking back at this, Floyd just grabs Engle's leg, knocking her to the ground, and a very, very clear penalty kick. That second goal just totally changed the pace of this Irish attack, giving them the motivation they needed to return to the prolific offense we've seen throughout the entire season so far.
Now some argument down in the box. I'm not sure if Louisville's got much merit behind that one. Notre Dame 1 for 3 on penalties this season. And Floyd saved one in Louisville's last match. It was Engle who scored the penalty for Notre Dame in their win against Clemson. What will she do here? Trying to extend Notre Dame's lead from the spot. Engle. And she does! 3-1 Notre Dame. It's Izzy Engle's 12th of the season.
And looking at this replay, a perfectly placed lower right corner shot from Engle, marking her 12th goal of the season. Insane stats and a perfect PK to give Notre Dame the 3-1 lead over the Louisville Cardinals.
Precise penalty from Engle, and the Irish are rolling here at Alumni Stadium. That's the first time this season Louisville has allowed more than 2 goals in a game.
Izzy Engle. Penalty kick goal scored by Engle, her 12th goal of the season.
Notre Dame trying to control possession again. They do in the midfield with Restovich. Now Codd trying to find Klinke left side. Saw Joseph tripped up briefly there for a minute. Now Klinke for Joseph. Back for Restovich. Louisville reeling defensively right now, trying to regain that control they had in the first half. Notre Dame trying to get Chukwu back in behind. This pass from Louisville goes wide. Bryn, what was the change here for Notre Dame?
Yeah, I think honestly, it was very back and forth in the beginning of this half. But that play where Chukwu was able to make that run with the narrow miss that caused the corner kick, that caused the goal, really showed a return to Notre Dame's DNA as an aggressive, fast forward line.
Speaking of, there was Engle getting back in behind. She wins another corner for Notre Dame. And the pace not stopping for the Irish. They've put 2 goals on the board in the first 14 minutes of this half. And now they have a corner.
And part of the reason the first goal is talked about so much and is a statistic is because momentum and energy matters so much in these games. And with that really strong play in the goal off the corner kick, Notre Dame completely has the energy and momentum back as Roy goes to take this corner kick.
Roy again. Had a great ball last time, similar one this time, and it's just high. Boy, they got another great look off the corner.
And just another very clean corner kick into the exact same position as last time. Coach Nate Norman told us something he really was focusing on was the effectiveness of set pieces, and all of the practice is clearly showing off tonight.
She's been dropping those swinging high corners just right on the doorstep. Allie Pinto put one in to give Notre Dame the lead. And then Engle added the penalty moments later.
Roy's corners have been on the money tonight.
And after a very sluggish start, Notre Dame looking like the #2 team in the country. A couple of subs ready to come in at the next whistle for Louisville. In the meantime, though, we've got Hodgson trying to track this down. Not able to quite get there. And the subs will come in for the Cardinals.
And over these last 5 minutes, Notre Dame has looked like a completely different team compared to what we saw in the first half. Just a lot more fast play and quickness and energy up top, which is what's made them successful all season so far.
And if you're Louisville, what do you have to do at this juncture of the game?
I mean, this puts them in a very hard spot because Louisville's strategy is to try to stop the play in the middle and kind of put all that defensive pressure up top to kind of get lucky and try to get that quick forward attack. But in a game like this, where you're now down 3-1 to a team that has confidence and is building and spreading the field and has been able to do it successfully, you kind of have to adjust a lot.
Notre Dame trying to find Hodgson again. Up for Floyd, and she clears it away. Joseph now in the center for Cod. Dangerous pass from Notre Dame. Now Louisville in a dangerous spot. Up ahead, that was, looked like Morris trying to track that one down there. She couldn't quite get there.
But Louisville needs to keep up the quick offense and the pressure in this attacking area of the field in order to have any chance of trying to get higher on the board today and try to catch the Irish.
Now Chukwu back in behind again, and the flag comes up. They've gone to that successfully a number of times in this half. Been a generator for their offense, but that time Chukwu a little far back in behind. Here's a swinging ball towards the Notre Dame back line. Roy's got it right side. Notre Dame just trying to possess here. Joseph for Roy. Now Roy, long one, looking for Chukwu, and Floyd comes out and grabs it.
And those long balls today, skipping over the midfield, have been how Notre Dame has kind of adjusted to find success against this Louisville team. They realized they were getting shut down in the middle of the field, so from the defense, they're putting longer balls wide and up top to kind of play to their own strengths, which is a really smart adjustment by Coach Nate Norman.
And if you weren't with us, this was a game that looked like it was all Louisville for the first about 18 minutes of the game. You see the stats there. Louisville had 8 shots in those 18 minutes. Notre Dame just 1. Since Notre Dame 14 and Louisville 3. So that tells the tale for the most part. The Cardinals were rolling early. And now Notre Dame, another chance, saved by Floyd. Hodgson on the rebound, off the bar. What a job by Floyd to not only save the first one, but nearly save the second and put some pressure on Hodgson. It was Joseph initially, and then Hodgson who had the second attempt off the bar. That's her second one of the game off the bar.
And just a really quick reaction by Floyd, trying to keep up with the barrage of shots.
And as we mentioned, that a pretty good summary of how it's gone since Louisville had owned those first 15 minutes of that first half. Notre Dame's been able to get that pressure back in behind that they weren't able to generate at that point in the game.
And despite the slow start, Notre Dame was able to adjust to where they were playing well and where their weaknesses were. And that change and little improvements in their game strategy have made all the difference in the second half, giving them a very strong lead over a team they were tied to in the first half.
Now Restovich takes this one away. Hodgson left side. Some pace through 2 Louisville defenders. Big collision. And a whistle and a foul against Grace Maddox.
Yeah, just a hard stop after the ball was already out of bounds. Hodgson running full force. Number 5, Maddox, just standing her ground and causing that foul as Notre Dame puts it into play very quickly.
That looked like a play that we might see tomorrow in Notre Dame Stadium. Here's another cross in for Chukwu. Still fought for. Controlled high ball right side. Headed towards Floyd. And that's no issue for her.
Both goalies have had some incredible saves tonight. The athleticism on clear display with really high jumps with multiple shots from both teams.
This one over the head of Mills, but no issue for Kasica. As she'll pick up. Under 24 minutes to play in this second half. Louisville needing a big reversal of this game script to get back in this one. It's been all Irish, save for the first 15 minutes.
And like you were saying, Coach Nate Norman said Kasica hasn't had to come up with any big saves yet, but there would be future games where she would. And honestly, I think that stop of Jennings was a big save.
It certainly was. Here's the volley right at Floyd, but not much issue for her there. Yeah, Kasika's been big for Notre Dame in this one. She's been tested a number of times. Did concede the 1 goal initially, but since then has been rock solid.
And her actions in the goal have too helped turn the tide for the Irish and help them go from a 1-0 loss to a 3-1 win at this moment in time.
There's a ball played back in her direction. Directs it towards the middle. Joseph steers it into the Louisville half. Now the Cardinals. Maddox back in towards the center. Just hounded by a couple of Notre Dame defenders. That was Knapp. I was in front of the ball on that one. Big crowd there. Spinning header away. Only as far as a Louisville player, though. Maddox right side. Swings across in for the backside, headed away. Just kind of plinkoed around here. Joseph kind of gave it away. Here's Morris right side. Now Maddox. Back for Morris. Get towards the left. Pass was a little too strong. Can Chukwu get there? She eventually does. And a big collision. Chukwu goes down. Now Louisville tries to get one back in behind, but it'll be over the line for a goal kick. Take a look at that Chukwu collision there.
Just seeing this again, Gibson just able to kind of knock her off, but all ball, honestly, positioning her body around Chukwu to make sure she was in the position to try to give her team an offensive chance.
A nice job there. Pretty good sequence there from Louisville, able to maintain possession for a while, but not able to generate the kind of look they're looking for at this point in the game. Kind of look they need at this point in the game. This one's just cleared away by Calzada. Louisville still have it, though. They come left side. And Notre Dame does a good job. Louisville knifing through. But it is cleared away eventually. Good extended sequence of offense here from the Cardinals. A couple of players want a handball. Here's Engle now. This time towards 5 Cardinals defenders. In the middle, one more to the right side. Somehow still alive. Has it near the top of the box. One back, and the shot attempt goes high. It is remarkable that Engle even had the ball for that long.
Engle was able to just take the ball from the center of the field. 5 red Cardinals in front of her. Dribbles it all the way up. I'm sorry, 6 red Cardinals able to make moves and pull the ball to the corner of the box where she's finally able to get some help. And that was just an incredible play. Some kind of magic there with her foot skills on clear display.
6 defenders for one player. That's gravity right there.
And she kept the ball.
Remarkable.
Wow, just an incredible display of why she's been able to get 12 goals so far this season and be one of the top scorers in the country.
Louisville gives this one away. It'll be another throw in for Notre Dame. Just everything going their way in this second half. This is Restovich. Now one more for Calzada. Right side Mills. Out of the reach of Knapp. Hodgson trying to track it down. Can't get there. Louisville controls. Emma Kate Schroll had it there for a moment. Now left side. Work back in towards the middle. But Calzada is there. Trying to play it up for Engle. Right side eventually tracked down by Maddox. for Karina Pete. Klinke battling left side. Both players go down. And a whistle and a foul against Louisville. Taylor Morris, the guilty party.
And a lot of respect for Louisville, who have played extremely hard throughout this entire game so far. Never really letting up.
Well, they're a great defensive, physical side, and we've seen that at a number of points in this game. Notre Dame's offense, though, just continues to steamroll opponents. That doesn't give enough credit to how well Louisville played at the beginning of this game, though. As Notre Dame's on the attack again, looking for Hodgson in behind. Couldn't find her. But it is a throw deep in the Louisville half. Notre Dame will bring on a sub. It'll be Charlie Codd.
Louisville dominated this first half against the #1 team in the ACC, which is a huge feat for them who are slightly lower in the standings. But a large part of that was because they've had this high pressure, high defensive mentality throughout the entire game so far. And Notre Dame was just able to figure out how to work around it.
Credit to Nate Norman and his staff for adjusting at halftime. Clearly that's paid off.
And Notre Dame has the talent to make those adjustments and change their style of play depending on who they're playing and still find really great success.
A look ahead for both teams. This is the first of a 3-game road trip for Louisville. This game in South Bend, then they go to Wake Forest, another ranked team, then to Boston College. They then return home to host the now #1 team in the country, Virginia. Notre Dame has this one. Then they've got Florida State at home, another ranked team. Got the set piece here, swinging it in for Codd. Loose around the box. They'll follow that match against Florida State with one against SMU. New addition to the ACC last year. The depth of the conference is really something. There's not many games that you're chalking it up to be an easy win. Here's Klinke left side. Fancy footwork, but a good job defending over there for Maddox. And Notre Dame will bring in a sub.
But as you were saying, as we look ahead, the ACC has so many strong teams that every matchup is a great display of soccer at the highest level for these women.
It really is. We'll see another corner here, but you look at the polls. Virginia ACC, Notre Dame ACC, Stanford ACC. That's the top 3 teams in the country. Another corner for Notre Dame. They've scored one on a corner already. Outswinging ball this time. It's headed away. Codd right side, driving a low cross in, but it's cleared away out onto the berm over there. A reminder, this is the first of a doubleheader from Alumni Stadium right here at 8:30 on ACC Network Extra. Notre Dame men's soccer team taking on Virginia Tech. That 30 minutes following the conclusion of this one. More substitutions for both teams here as we tick under the 15-minute mark in this second half. Codd controls for Notre Dame. She's got options. Just chips it ahead, and Floyd is there. Nearly retreats all the way back into her own goal. Maddox. Now that was Emma K. Troll. Notre Dame beginning to win these balls in the midfield that they just hadn't won in the beginning stages of this game.
They've broken down this Louisville team pretty significantly compared to the first half. Really able to hold their own and connect a lot of what they weren't finding in the early minutes of the first half.
Yeah, just a different level of aggression for both teams in one way or another than we saw in the first half. Again, we've said this, and not to harp on this point, but Louisville looked like the better team. In the beginning part of this game, they looked more aggressive, more ready for the moment. And over time, Notre Dame has just worn them down to the tune of a 3-1 lead with under 15 minutes to play in the second half. Now Codd trying to head it forward for Engle. That's Knapp. Long, high clearance. Calzada just heads out, no problem. Morris, or excuse me, that's Jennings, who fired the cross in. It was cleared away. Knapp trying to control, and a lot of grabbing and a whistle. Under 12 minutes to play now. Calzada immediately fires one in the direction of Engle, trying to track it down. It's another one-on-one with Floyd. Engle into a crowd, spinning free. Now back for Hodgson, and it's cleared away. Excellent defending there from Louisville, but Notre Dame's got a free player in the box. The flag goes up. That was Morgan Roy, who was a step or two offside. Floyd now. Fought for near midfield. Eventually taken by the Cards. Knapp, good header to win that ball back. Another cross in for Engle, and the flag comes up again. Number of offside calls against Notre Dame today. Chalk that up to Louisville's back line being precise all night.
Really great timing and communication from that back line, led by their captain, Sexton, on the outside, really helping to create this communication that has been keeping Notre Dame on their toes all night.
That emphasizes just again how potent this Notre Dame attack is. This is a side that's been held in check for long stretches of this game and still put 3 goals on the board. That is worth noting. That's under their season average. Codd now. Knapp a chance. It is cleared away.
What's impressive, too, is that Notre Dame has been able to put up a high number of goals against top-tier opponents.
Yeah, their 4-goal game against North Carolina was just the 4th time North Carolina had allowed 4 goals in a game in their program's history. So they've scored against all opponents. Trying to add another one on the board. They go for Roy. Here's a cross in for Engle, palmed away by Floyd. Now Klinke trying to control off the bar. Third of the game off the woodwork for Notre Dame.
And another cross in from Roy, tipped off to Klinke, who spins it in, and it just narrowly hits the crossbar.
That's the 3rd one.
There's been so many crossbar hits today. It's
Hodgson, 2 off the bar, then Klinke.
It's been an extra defender that the Notre Dame team has to play against. but a fantastic shot by Klinke, really reacting.
Oh, now here's Engle, and nice job by Floyd to clear that one away.
The men's substitutions of the 24, Grace Vestovich. In the 9, Charlie Cobb. The 27, Lily Jacob. To 11, Tessa Knapp.
What a great scene here at Alumni Stadium tonight. Capacity crowd, so many on campus for all the festivities this weekend.
A big day, or big weekend for sports here at the University of Notre Dame. So you can see a great matchup between Notre Dame and Louisville on right now. And this game will be followed by Virginia Tech versus number 23, the Notre Dame men's soccer team. Excited for a game later tonight in this doubleheader at Alumni Stadium.
No doubt it'll be a great crowd for that one as well. And this crowd, not just here for show, this is a tough place to play. Notre Dame women's soccer is 42-6-6 here over the last 4 seasons. That's over an 80% winning percentage. They've got 140 wins here since the stadium's construction in 2009. And they've won all kinds of games here, beginning of the season, end of the season, postseason.
And as we were talking about earlier during the Cheer Her Name segment, Notre Dame has a storied women's soccer program that has been successful for decades. And they've really been able to continuously, year after year, show up and put together these great and talented teams. So the record doesn't surprise me too much.
Yeah, these are 2 teams that are diametrically opposed in program history. Louisville just 6 NCAA tournament appearances in their history. Notre Dame 30. But credit to Coach Ferguson Days, who's done a wonderful job here throughout her 26 seasons in rebuilding this program into a consistent winner. This is their first 10-win season, Louisville that is, since 2019. They'll no doubt add to that total with games to play in this season. Notre Dame still pressuring, not taking their foot off the gas pedal with 6 minutes to play in the game. Still winning the loose ball over by their bench. Here's a low one, driven in the direction of Joseph. Here's the volley, and it's right at Floyd, who's had a busy night tonight.
And looking at this again, a clearance right to Joseph, who's able to volley it. And Floyd's just there to grab it. Second volley of Joseph tonight.
And she's had a couple looks off the volley. Both of them have been good. That was the 6th save of the night for Erin Floyd. She set her career high in a 0-0 draw against Notre Dame last season. And been asked to do a similar amount tonight. Louisville now left side. That attempt goes wide. It was Huckabee trying to put one on frame. Trying to wind down the clock on their 10th win of the season. Extend their lead atop the ACC. They're a perfect 4-0 heading into this one, and it looks like it'll be 5 with just under 5 minutes to play. Though crazier things have certainly happened. Here's another one in for Engle. Headed around. Klinke. Now Calzada. Engle takes it away, trying to work back towards the middle. A couple of physical clashes there, but Louisville does a nice job to win back possession. Mills in the direction of Kasica. Swings it out right side. Claire Logan now. Joseph. Right side. And it's cleared away. It'll be another Notre Dame corner.
Two goals already tonight scored off of corner kicks. The one of the Cardinals and then one of the Irish's 3 goals, as Notre Dame looks to score another corner kick goal here.
Ball towards the front post. Headed and saved by Floyd. Boy, what a couple of great saves she's made late in the second half. Flag's going to come up for offside. Erin Floyd doing a phenomenal job to keep this at 3-1.
Just looking back at this, an amazing save by Floyd, able to get it out of the most dangerous area of the box.
Two minutes to play now. Notre Dame still pressuring deep in that Louisville half. The second half, the decider certainly in this one. It was 1-1 after the first half. Louisville starting off strong, Notre Dame responding, and then the Irish putting their foot down in the second half. A penalty from Engle, a header from Pinto, and 3 goals for Notre Dame. Tussle for it, right side. Eventually rolls out of bounds, another Notre Dame throw. Clock continues to run. Joseph, now Restovich. She's tripped up, whistle and a foul.
Coming up in the second match of our ACC doubleheader, Notre Dame men's soccer.
We got a clock stoppage.
In approximately 30 minutes.
A dangerous spot for this Notre Dame set piece, albeit late in the game.
And they just try to get it to the corner. A little
We've
quick
got
play.
A Notre Dame player down and hurt. It looked like Restovich out there on the right side. Certainly hope she's okay. We got 1 minute remaining here from Alumni Stadium. Notre Dame trying to run out the clock on their 10th win of the season. .30 seconds to go now in this half. Last chance for Louisville. Jennings trying to make a run on the left. She couldn't do it. Now up ahead for Engle. Gotta think they'll just run out the clock here. Taking it into her own corner is Engle.
10, 9,
Off for Chukwu.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
5 seconds,
2,
and that should do it. Number 2 Notre Dame victorious again. They take down number 23 Louisville 3-1 and they've won their first 7 home matches for the first time since 2016.